Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Impact Racing, race number 6. I am Mark, and in the booth with me tonight is the one and only Grant Turner
Hello.
from Southern Broadcast Gaming Network. We are here tonight bringing you race number 6 of the Impact EMM, that's Exotic Mobile Marketing, Season 1 race. We are in beautiful state of Iowa this evening. We have 150 laps. We have 2 stage rates, one at 35, one at 70. Grant, what do you have for us on fuel?
Fuel-wise, we have 45% fuel tanks tonight here at Iowa. We're looking at, from the numbers I was able to get, from 40 to 50 laps a tank.
That's good for a 45% capacity.
I've even done the research of what it would be if they had 100% fuel. If they had a full 100% tank, they'd be able to do 98 laps.
Oh, they wouldn't even need, hardly a break, man. You got to make it interesting.
Correct.
So, all right, so we are going to have 5 sets of tires. And do you have a word on fast repairs? I think your notes were different than mine.
According to the info I'm receiving, they have 2 fast repairs tonight.
All right. So that's good. Hopefully we won't have too many incidents, but if we do, that gives us plenty of time to talk to people. So we are in the midst of qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to go ahead and get to our national anthem. If everybody would, please stand up, unless you're driving. Put your hand over your heart and enjoy.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home, the
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Hope you guys enjoyed that. We already have 8 viewers out there with us on the stream. Thank you guys so much. So we are, looks to be done with qualifying. So we're going, as soon as I get those results, we will go over your starting order. So Grant, how are you this evening?
Doing pretty good. If you ever hear any barking coming from my microphone, I am currently dog sitting for my parents.
All right. I like dogs.
I have also modified my microphone settings, so if I'm a little low again, I'm sorry.
Well, if anybody out in the chat, let us know. So we're going to go ahead and bring up our qualifying results.
From hearing myself on the broadcast, I seem to be good volume-wise.
All right, good. So first we have Patrick Hernandez. Second place is Grant Applegate. Third is David Curitin. Fourth is Riley Mobley. Josh Privet in fifth. Dominic Privet in sixth. Daniel Pinkston in seventh. Sean Harrell in eighth. Grant, can you get the rest for me?
Alexander Palma is in 9th. Zach Bates is in 10th. Joe Tardif is in 11th. Devin Johnson is in 12th. Patrick Jenks in 13th. Eric Wolf in 14th. And I show Ethan Gregory in 15th, but he did not set a lap time.
All right, well, we will find out when they get to racing.
Oh yeah, he's actually gridded up on the track.
Perfect. So these guys are gridding up, getting ready.
Now, one thing I have noticed when I was doing some testing and watching the practice, some of these guys have noted that being on fresh tires, they will be loose right off the gate.
Well, and that'll, should change up a little bit once they get to driving on them. All right, we are getting ready to go green flag racing here in Iowa. Now, Grant, have you ever raced Iowa?
I have a little bit. I've actually done more of a fun series around this track more often than trucks or Xfinity.
Hey, that's fine with me. Anything to watch out for. I know, normally when it comes to the track, you're my inside man on info, so.
From what I've seen, it's mostly been, even if you are a person that uses Racing Line, that Racing Line may not be the option of being down at that yellow line. I think the preferred line is going to be a middle lane kind of aspect, especially when the fact of trying to get back on throttle.
And if you notice, both lines of guys are sticking pretty much to that center, just like you're talking about.
I believe today is actually also Throwback Week.
All right, we are green flag racing here. Impact Racing Group, or Impact Racing League. Green flag is brought to you by Exotic Mobile Marketing. Let's get a good see who's going there. We got Patrick Hernandez in that very first spot in the number 4. Right behind him, the number 20 of David Curitin is battling it out with Grant Applegate for that second spot, side by side. Ooh, it looks like Grant fell back a little bit. So second place is David Curitin, Grant Applegate in the number 20 in third. Riley Mobley passing him to take that third spot. Now they're going to go ahead and go side by side, battle it out a little bit. Loving these paint schemes tonight, Grant. What do you think?
A lot of them are really good. I do like Dominic Privet in that 39 being a DuPont livery. It's really nice. I also do like Grant Applegate's 20 car being a Toyota Supra from Fast and Furious.
That's what I want to win. I was in love with that car when they came out. Oh my God.
Yeah. I liked more of the R34.
The R34?
The Skyline.
Yeah, now the Skyline R34, oh my God. Beauty in the making. But in that movie, it was the Supra and the Jetta for me,
Yeah.
which I have autographed.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
Riley Mobley has contact, and he saved that.
Let's still go back and
That-
watch that a little bit.
That was contact in between the 8 of Riley Mobley and the 9 of Josh Privet.
You want to go back and side-by-side that one, or what do you think?
Sure, I can do that.
All right. While he's getting that set up, I want to let everybody know the sponsors of Impact Racing League. You have Exotic Mobile Marketing, the Ocala Design Group, and Keystone Corner.
All right, I'm ready.
All right. There it goes.
As they were going into turn 1 here, it looks like the 9 of Josh Privet just moved up a tiny bit from being tight and just made contact with the 8. It mostly was netcode that really launched him, but luckily Riley was able to save that.
And that's a good save right there.
It's really hard to save a car when that happens.
Oh, I know. But here we are in lap of 8 of 150. Now 9. We got a good little battle for, the top spots up there. With Patrick Hernandez in first. You got Brian in the number 20 Supra there. Grant Applegate, sorry. In second. Looks like he's going to go side by side to try to take that first spot away from him. David.
Already seeing multiple different lines being used. Seeing people even taking the high line being up against near that wall.
Well, and you never know. Like, it depends on where they're comfortable. It really does.
Yes.
And another thing I like about racing and, doing this stuff, it's not one size fits all. Some guys are good on that bottom lane. Some guys are good on the top lane. Some guys are good in the middle lane. And like me, I'm the pace car. So.
Yeah, usually I'm probably one of the slow drivers around this track. I don't have as much experience as I probably should around here.
But here we are, have 10 viewers out on the stream with us. Thank you guys so much. Lap 12 of 150. Now we are going to have 2 stage breaks, like I had said before. We're going to take a stage break at lap 35 and a stage at lap 70.
We have a 3-way battle for 3rd place happening right now between the 9 of Josh Privet, the 47 of David Curiton, and the 39 of Dominic Privet.
Ooh, that number 9 jumped ahead of him, but it looks like the 47 and the 39 are not going to be giving up anytime soon.
All 3 of them using different lines going into turn 3 and 4 there.
Yeah, but they're still lining up at the, Hold 1 second.
Yeah.
Call it for me.
Sure thing. Still see that David Curiton is actually probably trying to get back at Josh Privet. And that's actually letting Dominic come up and catch up to him. Rounding out to lap 15 right now, about halfway through the first stage break almost. All the while, everyone's probably just trying to survive. We do see that Grant Applegate has actually taken the lead from Patrick Hernandez. See if he can run away with that. Those two very close together. Looks like they're just mimicking what line they're in.
All right. Don't you hate it when somebody calls you about your car's extended warranty?
All the time. Usually for me, it's calls about trying to donate blood to a
Oh.
company I don't even know.
They're all vampires, man.
They're all vampires.
But all right, guys, we are in lap 17 of 150. Now 18. I love how I call it right before the start-finish line.
Yeah.
But we have Grant Applegate, the number 20 in that first position. Patrick Hernandez very close behind him in that number 4 in second. Now they are about 0.3 of a second away from each other.
Have to go back about a second and a half to Josh Privet, who just scraped up against the wall out of turn 4 there.
It looks like he's down on the bottom lane now. So, okay, so I see what he's doing. He's riding the bottom line until the straightaway, looks like?
Iowa is probably one of those tracks where you can run different lines in different corners and still be fast. Because I see him going down to the bottom in 1 and 2 and being up high in 3 and 4.
Ooh, and he just scraped that wall again. Barely nicked it that time.
Meanwhile, the battle in between the 47 and 39 of David Carrollton and Dominic Privet has now brought in Riley Mobley in the 8.
Now, Riley's got a good car, and he's a really good driver from what we've seen so far in Impact Racing.
Yeah.
And then
Dominic Privet going around the outside of David Carrollton.
and luckily, we actually have Joe Tardif in the race tonight. He was supposed to be at a real estate class,
Oh, yeah.
but he got rained. They got flooded out. So he was told tonight to just, relax. So he is here. And
Oh,
we're
my
racing.
gosh, the 8.
What was that an evasive maneuver for? Was there a squirrel? Did I miss a squirrel?
No, he hit the wall on exit. And he was correcting it. Surprised he saved that. The 88. That 88 of Joe Tardif's in a Red Bull scheme, it seems, this week.
Maybe. I do see. Hold on.
I see that Red Bull on the side.
He does have Red Bull on the side, but his main livery is EMM, which is Exotic Mobile Marketing. He's a very proud sponsor of the Impact Racing.
He actually just passed David Carrollton, who's dropping back through the field. He may have used up his tires. As we have a
Oh.
spin.
We have a caution, our first caution of the evening. Now, tonight our cautions are brought to you by the Ocala Design Group, but what we're going to do is check that out. Grant, you want to find that for me?
I'm ready when you are.
All right. All right, we are up.
Looks like you got the 39 of... I've lost track. Dominic Privet hit the wall and then came down when bounced off into Riley Mobley, just sending him down into the infield grass.
What it
Looks like some heavy damage to the left rear, but that may be all the damage he has.
Well, I'll tell you what. While we are in caution, let's go ahead and try to bring Mr. Privet up and see what happened.
Sure thing. Gotta find him. There he is. You ready for him?
Yes, sir. Hey, Dominic. This is Mark and Grant in the booth. You got a copy?
I do.
Hey, just wanted to try something new. If ever we have cautions, I want to try to bring in some guys and talk about what happened. What did something go wrong? Are you okay?
Yeah, just got a little tight off of the last turn there, and just got up into the wall and brushed it just a little bit, and then it was Riley got to my inside, and I had nowhere to go. He had nowhere to go. Little racing deal, but no harm to the car. We should be all right.
Perfect. All right, buddy. Well, we will let you go ahead and get everything taken care of. Get back up there. Thank you for coming in with us. It's something we're going to try to do regularly.
I appreciate it, guys.
All right. Thank you.
Have a good one. I hope I sent him to the right one. Yes, I did. He's part of JDJ, and there's a JDR as well.
Yeah. Just got to be careful.
Yep. Well, he is back out on track. He did not use a fast repair.
Well, and like he said, luckily there wasn't any damage to the car, so that's always a good thing.
Yeah, it looks like just a little bit of cosmetic. Since this isn't a real downforce heavy track, he should be okay.
Well, the problem with not being a downforce heavy track is, and this is possibly why the guys are getting loose, because they are relying on a lot of the mechanical, to keep them tight to the ground. And without the downforce, sometimes it can get loose.
Yeah.
Which, you know better than I do.
Yeah, mechanical grip tracks. The immediate first example comes to mind is Martinsville.
Oh, Martinsville, yes.
Martinsville is completely mechanical grip.
And another one is like any road course I've seen, because you're not going as fast. And so, and I've talked about that, I think,
we talked about that at Watkins Glen.
Yeah. So we are under our first caution of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we are on lap 29 of 150, which means we have a stage break scheduled in about 6 laps.
Looks like the pace car lights are out on that Mustang.
Oh, yeah. It's my car.
Now, that's not the only Mustang out in the field. There is one other being driven by the 51 of Eric Wolf. Unfortunately, he has no friends in the manufacturer field. Everyone else is in Toyotas and Chevys.
There's nothing wrong with that. Eric Wolf has still got friends out there. They're just wearing they're just wearing bow ties tonight. That's all. We are back green flag racing, ladies and gentlemen, on lap 30 of 150. Now, we did have a couple. Yes, sir.
The top 3 did not pit, as we have the 47 around. He didn't hit anything, and there's no yellow because of how low he was on the track.
Well, I hope he can get anything, fixed and worked out, because I don't like seeing a guy, all the way in the back. And David Curitin's a good driver. So,
yeah.
Again,
they may not be throwing the yellow just for the single car spin because of the stage coming up. Heavily possible.
That could be it. And we
have another wreck up front. Well, on the front stretch, I mean. The 33 is involved. The 76 as well.
Ooh, and the 33's already got some significant damage on his car.
Yeah. I've just received word that the pit road has just closed.
That's weird. All right.
Well, it's closed because of the stage coming up.
Okay.
I do also notice one other thing. This is just for us to make note. The 38 car of Patrick Jenks is got a number 76 on the side of his car, not 38.
Okay.
Just a small little note to when looking at the timing screens.
All right, well, we got Josh Privet currently in that first position, followed very closely by Grant Applegate. So
And the yellow is out.
our
I
car,
believe that is for the stage.
that is. So our stage break is out. Looks like Josh Privet was our stage winner there on the first stage. So let's
Now,
see.
I didn't get to say it because of the 47 going around, but 3 drivers did not pit during that first yellow.
Well, and they might be waiting for the stage break because it was literally coming up in like 5 to 6 laps.
Yeah, and probably trying to save a set of tires.
Yeah.
Though I believe tires will not be a true factor today.
No, not with the amount of laps, what they're doing and the amount of tire sets they do have.
Yeah, having 5 extra sets and by my math calculations only having to do 3 stops. But because it's a purely mechanical grip, you never truly know.
Now, would you like to bring Josh up to the booth because he was the stage winner on that first stage?
Sure thing, and we could talk about the fact he's not pitting.
Josh, this is Mark and Grant in the booth. You got a copy.
I got you guys.
How you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing okay so far, so good. How you guys?
Doing pretty good. Well, it looks like you were that first stage winner.
Yeah, it was. Took a gamble there, taking tires on that late yellow before the stage, and figured try to get a shot. We're in a bind and a bit of a hole in points, so I figured stage points couldn't hurt. So we're just trying something different.
There you go. So is that why you're not going to go ahead and pit this time, or are you?
No, I only put probably 7 or 8 green flag laps on those tires, so we're gonna see how they go. Go from there. Looks like I got a couple guys behind me that stayed on tires with me as well. So we'll see where we stack up. See what kind of run we get. See if we get a long or short run. Play it by ear. See what happens.
All right. Well, you guys, Grant, do you have any questions?
Nope, you asked my question.
All right. So, Josh, we're going to let you get back up to your booth, man. You have a great rest of your race. Hope to see you up here either on the podium or the second stage, man.
Thanks, guys. Looking forward to it.
All right, buddy.
See ya.
I was going to say, where did he go?
I put him
Oh,
back.
he's in JDJ as well.
Yeah, I put him back, yeah. So, and no, he answered your question without even anyone asking, which is a good thing.
Yep.
So we have 7 viewers out there with us on the stream, guys. Thank you for coming up with us and watching it. We are in race again, number 6 of the Impact Racing League EMM Season 1, brought to you by the Ocala Design Group and Exotic Mobile Marketing. And last but not least, Keystone Corner.
Shall we go through the field while we have a moment?
Absolutely.
It's currently Josh Privet leading the race now in his 9 Chevy, followed by the 31 of Devin Johnson in his 31. Then it is Sean Harrell in his 21 Chevy, followed by Zach Bates in the 19 Chevy. Then it's the 20 of Grant Applegate in his 20 Toyota Supra. Patrick Hernandez is in 6th place in his 4 Toyota. Then it's Dominic Privet in the 39 Chevy. Would you like to take the rest?
Absolutely. So, 8th position, we have Joe Tardif in the number 88. Also a Chevy. There's a lot of Chevys out here. David Curitin is going to be in that 9th position. Alexander Palma, the number 33 in 10th. Ethan Gregory in 11th in the number 12 car. Daniel Pinkston in the U.S. Army, number 22 in 12th. Riley Mobley in the number 8 in 13th. Eric Wolf in the number 51. And Patrick Jenks in 15th. In the number 76 JDM.
As we are back green.
So we are back green flag racing, everybody. Tonight's green flags are going to be brought to you by Exotic Mobile Marketing. And I want to thank everybody for sticking with us. We are in the second stage of the race. in lap 41
As-
at 150.
Oh no, the 39!
And our third caution of the night is out. So what we'll do is I will keep on the lead, watching the pace car. Going to bring up side by side with Mr. Grant to see what happens.
Ready when you are.
I've already got you up, buddy.
Alright. Going to be following Dominic Privet for this, as we see him make contact again with the 47. Just entering the corner, probably thought he was going to the inside lane instead of the middle. Collecting the 33 and the 8. Looks just like slight contact for the 33, but for the 8, possible right front damage, but he looks to be fine. Just kept the car straight and kept going.
Well, you know, and it could be part of their strategy. So, you know, these guys know what they're doing when it comes to racing. And I'm glad that he wasn't, you know, or he was able not to take damage in that. But I do have one thing to say about it.
It wouldn't
It wouldn't be Impact Racing without Impact.
But that is okay. It allows these guys another chance to recoup, get, you know, their car where they want it to be, and, you know, get a little bit of a break. And the number 9 of Josh Privet is still staying out there. Like you said, he's got pretty new tires. He doesn't want to, you know, go in and use a set he doesn't need.
Yeah, the difference in tires for the 4 people who didn't pit at the stage is only 10 laps.
Oh yeah, and it's such a so early in the race that is not going to be a big deficit, which is awesome. So these guys know what they're doing.
Pace car lights are out again. And it looks like the leader has chosen the outside lane. We're going to truly see the difference, because since Patrick Hernandez on his inside was one of the people who took tires on that last yellow.
Oh yeah, we got Privet in first, 17 laps. And then 7 for Hernandez. Applegate's also on 7. We are back Green Flag Racing. And your green flag tonight, guys, brought to you again by Exotic Mobile Marketing. Yeah, so it looks like the second and third place, or no, Hernandez and Privet are battling it out for your first position, but Hernandez and Applegate are both on 8-lap olds, where Privet and Johnson and Harrell and Bate, you know, they're all 4
On 18,
Yep.
as there's almost 3 wide action here for the lead. Patrick Hernandez is trying to get around the 9 of Josh Privet, going around the outside. Has actually now cleared him as he has taken the lead.
Looks like he's dropping back a little bit, but not giving up yet.
As we have another yellow.
All right, so we are on our 4th caution of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have your caution flag, your yellow flag, brought to you by the Ocala Design Group for Impact Racing League. So what has happened? Looks like it says Palma.
I have it up when you're ready.
All right. Here we are. We are up side by side to check out what had happened for this latest caution.
You say it's Palma, so we'll follow along with him. Looks like just going into turn 1, he got tight on entry and made a collision with the 51. And it looks like Dominic Privet's going to collide with him again. Well, collide with him. Sorry, not again, but being part of the yellow again.
Well, but he didn't have much of a choice in that matter.
No, he did not. You could actually see from the smoke, he was locking him up, trying to not hit him. Unfortunately, the brakes are not like what you would expect.
What, you mean they don't have ABS? Come on, man.
No. You really learn whenever you're doing iRacing Super Speedway.
So while we are under this caution, going to go ahead and go through the field. We have got Patrick Hernandez, the number 4, in the first position, followed by Grant Applegate, the number 20, in second. Josh Privet, the number 9, in third. The number 31 of Devin Johnson in fourth. The number 21 of Sean Harrell in fifth. Drifter Trailers, number 21. Joe Tardif in sixth, and the number 88, Exotic Mobile Marketing. Riley Mobley, the number 8, in seventh. Zach
Bates.
Oh, go ahead.
Zach Bates in the 19 Chevy. What is his sponsor?
The Tin Fin.
The Tin Fin. Oh, that's probably one of his throwback schemes then. I do remember seeing that posted on the Discord. In ninth is Daniel Pinkston in the 22 U.S. Army Chevy. David Curleton's in 10th in the 47 Considerate Scent Toyota. The 51 of Eric Wolf is in 11th in his Money Lion Ford. Dominic Privet in the 39 Chevy DuPont is in 12th. Alexander Palma is in the Skull 33 Chevy in 13th. Ethan Gregory in the iRacing Toyota is in 14th. And rounding it out is the 76 of Patrick Jenks in 15th in his JDM Toyota.
Yeah, and he does look like currently 3 laps down from the rest of the field. So we have 6 viewers out there with us in the stream tonight. Thank you guys for coming in. Definitely missing the Devin Johnson cheerleading section.
But they're probably still there in spirit.
Oh, I know, but it's always so much fun in the chat when they're there.
Yeah. We are actually now a third of the way through this race, and you said the second stage is at lap 70?
Yeah. Second
So
stage
they'll have about 18 laps until the second stage if they could stay green.
Now, what do you think the odds of that are? And I'm not talking bad.
Well, they did do about 30-ish laps, I think. Almost 30 laps on the first stint there.
All
So
right.
I think they can do it.
So we got Brando Commando and Loki Yeti in the chat saying, go Devin Johnson. Both root for the 31. See, look, I say I miss them, and they come in for me.
It's like you called.
Like Lurch from the Addams Family. You rang.
Yeah. Pace car's off.
Awesome. We are Green Flag Racing, ladies and gentlemen. Green Flag Racing brought to you tonight by Exotic Mobile Marketing. Also featured on the number 88 of Joe Tardif. we've got Patrick Hernandez jumping off the line in that number 4 Ray Briggs Toyota. Now, if I have to interview Patrick Hernandez again for first place, I'm going to let you do it.
Okay.
I think the last 2 weeks we've interviewed Patrick Hernandez for first place. No, he's a great driver. I'm just messing around. But
He is.
So we got Grant Applegate in the Fast and the Furious Supra right behind. Then we've got Josh Privet, the number 9 in third. Devin Johnson. Everybody's rooting on you, buddy. The number 31, Coke Zero. Joe Tardif again. Exotic Mobile Marketing, number 88. Followed by the number 8 of Riley Mobley. And very close is also the 21 of Sean Harrell in the Drifter Trailers, number 21. Daniel Pinkston in the U.S. Army, number 22. Zach Bates.
Zach Bates and Dominic Privet actually battling for a P9 right now.
Oh, yeah. Doing pretty good. Looks like Dom might have it a little bit on him. Ooh, they look like they almost had a little bit of contact, but did not. That's a good thing.
Yep.
Got a good little bit of tight pack racing there in the center. Eight viewers out there with us in the stream. Guys, thank you for watching, tuning in to Impact Racing. We are in lap 58 of 150.
Looks like there was contact in between the 19 and the 39. 39 got tight and loose out of turn 4 and they made contact. 19, Zach Bates has fallen back because of it, having to regroup, and is now almost getting passed by Alexander Palma in 14th.
Luckily, that looks like there's no damage to his car. So
I see a little bit of damage to his left front, a little bit of buckling on that hood.
Oh yeah, a little buckling on the hood, a little bit on the fender well there.
But again, that probably won't hurt him for the race. The only danger that you do have to worry about is engine damage.
Well, it looks like he's doing pretty good, so he might not have any of that. Because here he is passing, fighting with Alexander Palma for that 14th position. No, he is actually falling back. So I wonder if he doesn't have damage that he might have to address.
One problem with a mechanical grip type track is whenever the tires get hot due to a slide or a spin, at that point you're just along for the ride as the 39 gets tapped in the rear.
Who tapped it? Oh, and they actually just looked like the 51 of Eric Wolf might have just tapped him on the rear quarter panel.
Yeah, the 39 is just trying to hold on, really.
Put some distance. And
He had the checkup for, I believe, the 47, and the 12 couldn't check up in time, tapped him in the rear. Looks like no damage to Dominic, luckily.
But Alexander Palma has passed Dom for the 11th position here.
Got about 6 laps to go until the end of this stage.
So what are you thinking tonight? So, given the control and the mechanical grip situation, what are you thinking this evening? Like, do you...
I think tires would be a crucial factor for the winner. But in this aspect, I'm thinking the whole time, making sure I'm hitting my marks, not overdoing the throttle.
Ooh, looks like Ethan Gregory went off track, the number 12. And he's back on. Kind of curious what happened on that.
I can look back just a tiny bit and see.
Yeah, just a tad bit. I'm going to keep it on the leader. That way we can see who wins our stage if it gets to that point.
Yeah, it looks like the 12 and the 22 collide out of turn 4. And it sent the 12 down into the infield grass. Saved it. But otherwise, everything's fine.
So nothing too serious. That's a good thing. Definitely wasn't a caution.
Oh, no!
Oh!
Right as I cut back live.
All right. Well, we are under our 5th caution of the evening. Brought to you by the Ocala Design Group. Now, do me a favor, Grant. Let's go ahead and check that out.
Gonna stay along with the 47 of David Curleton.
Now, who
Makes
got the worst of
contact
that
with
deal?
Dominic Privet. Side-by-side contact out of turn 4. Sends the 47 up into the 19 and 12. Nowhere for those two to go.
All right. So I tell you what, we're under our 5th caution of the evening. Do you think we can bring up Mr. Curleton and see what happened, if there was any, underlying or mitigating, factors on that?
Let me see if I can find him. I have found him. You ready for him?
Yes, sir. Hey, David, this is Mark and Grant in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
All
What's going
right.
on?
Hey, everything okay there? What happened, sir?
I don't know. I probably should have gave him a little bit more room, and I didn't. Probably on me.
Well, I don't think it's as much on you. I mean, are you not having an issue controlling the car? Everything good? Then,
No, everything's good. He kind of like, I probably didn't give him enough room. He got a little high on me, and we tapped in a corner.
All right. Well, we just wanted to check, get your thoughts on what had happened. Get an explanation, kind of help everybody out.
I'd say it's a racing incident. Trying to fight right at the end of the stage, and stuff happens.
All right.
All right. Well, we'll get you back into your channel, man. You have a good night, and we hope to see you on the
right.
podium.
You too. Thank you.
You were in Grandpa's garage, right?
Yes.
Okay. See ya. I forgot to check where he was before bringing him over.
All right. So it looks like that this 5th caution is going to go ahead and be used as the stage break.
That is correct. I was overhearing that on the race comms.
So what I'm going to do is, if you don't mind, we're going to bring up Patrick Hernandez, who is the stage winner of the 2nd stage this evening.
Sure thing. You got it or me?
Oh, I got it. Got it.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
Hey, Patrick, this is Mark and Grant in the booth. Surprise. You got a copy?
Loud and clear, buddy.
So how you doing, man? You were the stage winner of that 2nd stage of the race.
Man, I'm doing good. The car is really fast. I'm struggling a little bit on long run speed, but I'm doing a couple of adjustments with the brake bias and the approach to the turn. So I hope I can have a better second half of the race with the long range speed.
All right. Well, good. We just wanted to bring you in, congratulate you on the second stage win. And
Thank you, sir.
see, so is the race going okay other than that?
Oh yeah, the car's handling really good. I'm struggling a little bit in turn one because of a bump that that the truck has, but other than that, the car is handling like great. I'm just liking that long run speed, like I said before.
All right. Well, hopefully you get that checked out, get it figured out, so you can go ahead and hit up on that first position. Because I think won't this be week 3 in a row if you win this race?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be it's gonna be well, I'm working on a third win in a row, but before doing that, I need to bring it up clean first.
All right. Well, good luck on that, man. We'll let you get back. That way you don't get caught with us while you're go green.
Thank you, sir.
And you're in general, yes?
Yeah.
I got it.
Perfect.
See you later. Oh, he got it.
I'm quick. Sorry.
I may have had the menu up ready to go. You were just faster on clicking. Now, with it being 78 laps to go coming to the line, you know, they do have to take at least one more stop.
Oh, yeah. And that's where if they keep it clean and green, they're definitely going to. So we are back Green Flag Racing. And again, Green Flag brought to you by Exotic Mobile Marketing, proud sponsor of the Impact Racing League. So we are in lap 74 of 150. So we are right at the halfway mark. And, you know, Brent, what were you saying about strategy?
Well, because they actually had the stage happen early, it's actually going to affect them long term in the fact that they may actually be forced to do a little bit of fuel saving to make it a one stop. Since they're already now 5 laps into this, where doing 40 to 50 laps on a tank, they may have to stretch it depending on when they come in.
And if they're getting closer to 40 laps on a tank, then they're definitely, if they can't stretch it, they're going to have to fit more than one time.
Correct. But I don't think they are trying to save fuel, as I'm seeing some green lap times and even a purple lap time coming through
Oh, yeah.
for the top 5.
And we actually had David Curriton hit scrape the wall a little bit and actually sent him back to the 13th position.
Oh, and the 33 is down there in the grass. Alexander Palma, I think, got loose out of turn 4. Yeah, just got loose on throttle.
Well, it looks like he's good. I mean, he's back on track.
Yeah, didn't hit anything, so just probably got those tires quite hot.
But here we are, lap 78 of 150, guys. We are going to go through the field one more time. Patrick Hernandez in first. Riley Mobley coming up right behind him in second. Joe Tardif in third. Grant Applegate in fourth. Devin Johnson rounding out our top 5. Josh Privet in sixth. Daniel Pinkston in seventh. Sean Harrell in eighth. Grant.
Eric Wolf is in 9th. Dominic Privet is in 10th, battling with Zach Bates in 11th. Back in 12th is David Curriton. In 13th is Alexander Palma. Then it's Patrick Jenks in 14th, who is 2 laps down. And then Ethan Gregory, who is in pit road right now.
Yeah,
He was out there on track, but has brought his car back down pit road.
Well, I got a notification here that says he crashed, but he might have just got a little sideways.
I'm seeing the same kind of message. I am going back and checking.
Let me know if you want me to bring it up on screen and we can watch it.
No need. It
All right.
seems that he has actually just brought the car down pit
Ooh.
road and he is taking the car behind the wall.
Oh, so Ethan Gregory is out of the race for the evening. Let me see if we can find him and see what happened. I am not seeing him.
Yeah, he may have taken his car to the hauler because at that time he was already 7 laps down dealing with that crash that was the stage.
All right. Yeah, and I'm not seeing
He
him in the
was
chat. Which,
he was unable to bring his car to pit road for the repairs, so he actually had to tow. So he may have just called it early instead of trying to being 7 laps down. It's kind of a hard ass to come back.
yeah. Well, it still is a shame. I'd love to talk to him, but not in the cards this evening. So, Ethan, if you are listening, if you'd like to come up and let us know what happened, talk to us a little bit, we are here. So we are in lap 85 of 150 here at Iowa Speedway. We are, was it 5 cautions in, Grant?
I believe so.
So 5.
I've honestly lost track.
We've got 7 viewers out there with us on the stream. Thank you guys for coming. So we
Got a current battle.
All right, where are we at?
We've got two battles going on. Mainly, the main battle right now is in 3rd place in between Grant Applegate and Joe Tardif.
Uh-oh. Fast and the Furious versus Exotic Mobile Marketing. Let's see who wins that one. Actually, looks like Joe Tardif is pulling ahead of him. And he is falling in line. Might be trying to get a slingshot maneuver on there. But
What it is doing is bringing Josh Privet in the 9 into this mix. The other battle, which has already subsided, was actually for the lead in between Patrick Hernandez and Riley Mobley. But it seems like Riley is starting to fall back just a tiny bit.
And he might be waiting to see if that number 4, basically wears himself out.
Yeah. Still got this side-by-side battle in between Joe Tardif and Grant Applegate, actually. It seems like Grant Applegate is actually trying to use momentum to pass him, which makes sense.
And he's coming
He's down
pretty
there
close.
on his inside, but can't seem to stay down there.
Looks like he's falling back a little bit now. Nope. Oh, so he falls back and then pushes up. It looks like Josh Privet actually scraped the wall just a tad bit there. So Riley Mobley is about a second back from Patrick Hernandez, so he's still keeping up a good pace. And their last lap times, weren't too far apart. You had 25:33 for Patrick Hernandez and 25:56 for Riley.
Yeah. As Grant Applegate has finally gotten around Joe Tardif.
Oh yeah, and actually he had a better lap time. Him and Joe had the same lap time, 25:38, which was a little bit faster than Riley Mobley.
Correct. Now that Grant Applegate has gotten around Joe, let's see if he can actually catch Riley Mobley.
Right now it looks like they got about a half a second from each other.
And that gap is going down as the laps wind by. I'm showing that actually Grant Applegate right now is the fastest car on the track
And that's
for
another
the
thing.
past 2 laps.
Oh yeah. And that's another thing I like about these guys. They're all experienced racers. These guys know how to do it and, give us a good show.
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are in lap 94 of 150. We're actually keeping it pretty clean, pretty green racing here. 7 viewers out there with us on the stream. Grant, who do you have for tonight?
Well, I'm watching Grant Applegate, surprisingly. Same name. He's caught up to Riley Mobley right now.
Yeah, and it looks like
and is now trying to get around him.
Yeah, I saw he tried and then fell back to get behind him. He might be trying to get the momentum from the draft. Definitely some good racing by Mr. Applegate tonight.
Yeah, he might have saved up his tires a little bit as he's sideways out of turn 2.
But don't count out Joe Tardif and Josh Privet just yet, because he moved up and so did they.
Yep. Right now, actually, Joe Tardif is our biggest mover, moving up 7 spots from where he started.
Oh yeah, him and Josh Privet are doing some pretty good battling back there for that 4th position.
Yeah, it looks like Joe is good in the corner going in, and Josh has been catching up on exit.
And that shows the different skill of these guys. Some are good on the entrance to the turn, some are good on the exit of the turn, some are real good on the straightaways. And they use the straightaways to pull as much time and distance as they can.
As Grant Applegate's going for an inside move on Riley Mobley. Almost clearing him in the corner.
Ooh.
Getting loose on exit and clears Riley.
That was impressive that something didn't happen with that. That was impressive.
I just overheard on the comms that the 33 might have just hit the inside wall.
I am seeing a notification that Alexander Palma has crashed, so yeah, that may be true. Want to go ahead and check that out for us and see what happened?
Yeah, you may want to bring me side by side here.
No. You're already there.
Actually, it looks like it was a battle in between the 33 of Alexander Palma and the 22 of Daniel Pinkston. Coming out of turn 4, they make contact.
Ooh, I see Daniel Pinkston going sideways quite a bit.
Yeah, and accidentally is going to use the 33 to save himself, but at the expense of the 33, as he does go sliding down to the inside wall, locking it up. But at that point, there's no denying of hitting that wall.
No.
Nothing he could have done to avoid that. Quick little 360 and back he goes.
Now, I wonder if he has any fast repairs left.
Cutting back to live, yes, he does.
All right.
He used one.
Good deal. All right. Well,
but he's coming back down pit road.
It could have been a tire issue going, so wild. He might want to go ahead and get a change of tires, get some, fresh rubber on there. That way he can maybe keep better control of it. But
yeah,
that was a shame. But I'm glad that he got his car repaired already, and he's getting back in there.
We'll see if he takes tires right now. It actually looks like he's not.
Oh. I wonder if he's having an issue with his car.
That, or could it be a black flag?
Not sure. That's a good question.
Because he's still just sitting there. Yes, he does have a black flag. He must have either got speeding in pits or something about pit entry and pit exit.
So it looks like we've got Brent Applegate, and Joe Tardif is not far behind him. Looks like Riley fell back a little bit. Could be strategy on his part. Because one thing I've noticed about Riley Mobley is when he wants to get up and go, he can get up and go. He does have a little bit of damage to his car, so I'm wondering if that might be hampering him a little bit. So we've got 9 viewers out there with us on the stream. Thank you guys for coming out. They're all here for you, Grant. It looks like Devin Johnson went ahead and took to the pits.
We are getting to that fuel window.
Yeah, 108. Yeah, we are. And it's actually been pretty clean racing since the last stage break. Yeah, because all of our leaders have been out for 38 to 39 laps. The question is, how long can they make it stretch? That is the question.
Yeah.
Oh. So that full screen racing.
Overhearing words of possible more pit stops happening.
Yeah, looks
Riley Mobley is in. The 19 of Zach Bates is coming in. The 22 is coming in.
So definitely going to be interesting. Actually, looks like Patrick Hernandez is coming down pit lane, and so
As
is
well as the
Applegate,
20.
Joe Tardif, Josh Privet. Yep. So our leaders are go ahead and take the chance for the green flag pit.
It'll make it be that they will have just under 40 laps to go. Well within that fuel window.
Oh yeah, which is good. But Eric Wolf is staying out along with Dominic Privet, David Shuriken. So I wonder how they are on fuel and how their tires are holding up. So 7 viewers out there with us in the stream, guys. We made it way over halfway. Thank you guys for coming in and watching with us.
Looks like the 47 is coming in this time, as well as the 51. Leaving only Dominic Privet in the lead right now. The only person not on fresh rubber. And you can just see from everyone around him how fast fresh tires can be.
Oh, yeah. Well, and these guys want
Dominic Privet is trying to come in, has locked it up and messed up pit entry. Brings it into pit road, but that might be considered an unsafe pit entry.
Yeah, because it even says he crashed, even though he really just kind of, Fast and the Furious Tokyo drifted it a little bit.
That is one of the dangers we didn't talk about Iowa. Iowa does have a tricky pit road in regards to getting down to pit road speed. as we have a yellow flag out.
Looks like the sixth caution of the evening. So,
And it seems to be Josh Privet in the 9.
all right. Well, our yellow flag is brought to us tonight by the Ocala Design Group. And then we're going to go ahead and go side by side with Grant, and we are going to see what happens.
Oh, from just looking at it, it's Josh Privet had gotten loose out of turn 2.
Now, is that Palma? Did he like bypass that? Because it looked like he literally avoided that by the skin of his teeth there.
Yeah, let me see if I can get a onboard shot really quick. This will probably be the best shot I have, gyro.
Ooh, yeah.
No contact at
Skin
all.
of his teeth. Oh my God. So let's ask: do you want to bring Palma or Privet in to see, to get an idea of the intensity of that?
I want to bring Josh Privet in.
All right. Well, go ahead and bring him in, and we will check him out.
Josh, you've got Grant and Mark in the booth. How do you read us?
I got you, man.
What happened there? Saw you get loose out of turn 2?
Yeah, I got loose off turn 2 and went around. Oh, it is what it is. Stuff happens, but yeah, we're just gonna get some 4 fresh tires put on her and go from there and see what happens.
All right.
We look forward to
Now, from what we saw, it looked like Alexander Palma almost made contact with you. Did you feel anything on your end?
I did not get anything on my end. I don't get any X's, but I did flat spot the tire, trying to lock her down, trying to hit the wall. So we'll put some 4 tires on it and get back out and see what happens.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Well, we wish you the best of luck in the rest of the race.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right. Well, we are in lap 118 of 150. Not much longer to go in the race. We have our pace car lights are still on.
Now, here's where tire strategy is really going to be a thing. Because it looks like the top 9 did not pit.
Well, but the top 9 didn't pit, but they literally just did the green flag pit run.
Yes. But they're going to have a difference. I'm seeing a range of differences of like 5 to even 11 laps.
Ooh.
Older tires.
So definitely interesting to see what happens there.
Looks like the leader's going to take the outside lane, according to what I'm hearing. Not one to go just yet, but really lucky for Dominic Privet in all of that. Because he only lost 1 lap in that whole entire altercation. If it had stayed green with him having to take to the pits, he probably would have gone 2 laps down.
But I'm glad he did. So lap 120 of 150, we have our pace car lights are currently off. Now just waiting on him to go ahead and hit to the pit road, and we can get back green flag racing with these guys. Definitely some good racing out there this evening, Grant. Are you seeing anything of note that I am not?
Not really. I'm seeing, the only thing I'm really seeing is how people are treating their tires, trying to keep it nice and straight, no damage on their cars either.
And looks like your namesake might be trying to get first position away from Patrick Hernandez.
Yeah. We'll see how the last 30 laps go.
All right, pace car is off the track. We are back Green Flag Racing. Green Flag brought to you tonight by the Ocala Design Group. Or Exotic Mobile Marketing. I am so sorry. Got my flags mixed up. But looks like Patrick Hernandez got a good jump off of that start, keeping that first position for now. Grant Applegate is right behind him in that number 20 Fast and the Furious car.
We have a spin down the front stretch. Looks like it was in between the 51 and the 9.
Any casualties
22
in there?
also involved.
Doesn't look like any casualties, so that's a good thing. We're going to hit up. I want to see what STK says is exciting. Looks like the, no, it is going everywhere. Holy crap.
What I see is exciting is that is a slight battle in between the 4 cars right now, being Devin Johnson, Sean Harold, Zach Bates, and David Curtin. But it is still early in this run, so it's kind of hard to make that call. We do still see that Grant Applegate is still right on Patrick Hernandez's bumper.
I wanted to cover a little more toward, the middle of the field and the back of the field a little bit, because Patrick Hernandez and Grant Applegate are battling it out, and they are doing a heck of a run. But I want to give some other guys a little more credit, like Devin Johnson in the 31, that Coke Zero car. He's actually doing real well. He is right behind Joe Tardif in the 5th position. And then he seemed to have lost Sean Harrell a little bit, left him back a little bit. But those guys that were battling a second ago went ahead and spread out a little bit more.
Oh, slight contact in between the leaders. Grant Applegate had tried going for the middle lane right as Patrick Hernandez did, and they made slight contact into turn 1. No true hamper on what's going on, but have to see if their battle will be able to continue.
Yeah, I hope so. Looks like Grant's not falling back very far.
Grant Applegate was showing true pace in the long run. So we'll have to see if he's able to mimic that again, as he is right on Patrick's bumper again.
Oh, yeah, so that good thing means it did not hamper him too much. Yeah, he barely tapped his rear bumper in that. So 21 laps to go here at Iowa.
As the 20 goes for the inside.
Is he going to get it?
He was sideways going to turn 1, saves it. Possible tap from Riley Mobley in the 8 behind him.
Looks like Riley went ahead, and Riley is trying to take the inside.
He's making the move and is clear of Grant Applegate.
Definitely some interesting racing, man. It's getting a little tense out there. These guys are definitely battling it, liking this.
Still Patrick Hernandez up front, but it's not like he's pulling away.
No, they're actually keeping really good pace with him tonight. And that could be like, he was saying after the second stage, having an issue getting the speed and momentum that he's used to. But definitely it is leaving the field open for some good racing and some good position tonight.
Yeah. It was Patrick Hernandez who talked about a bump going into turn 1. That could have been of what unsettled Grant Applegate when he tried to go for the inside move.
It could have been.
Because I for sure saw him being sideways when he was going for the inside. Riley Mobley is catching up to Patrick Hernandez. Looks like Patrick's going for the inside line in 3 and 4, which helps it with entry, but the exit is going to Riley Mobley, who's catching him on the straightaway.
And Patrick and Riley both have rocket ships on, with their cars. Like, they have both been known to just leave people in the dust. When they want to get somewhere, they get there. We have 9 viewers out there in the stream with us. Thank you guys for coming. We have 15 laps to go here in race number 6 of the Impact Racing League, Season 1. And it looks like Grant Applegate might have fell back just a little bit, but he is not out of the race yet.
No. Now, we are probably getting to that section of the race where how well have these drivers actually kept up on their tires? Because we're about halfway through a fuel run at this point.
Yeah,
usually this is where the transition is for those tires. As we see Riley Mobley looking towards the outside as the door is shut on him this time.
Patrick Hernandez is running a really good blocking scheme. Like, he knows when to move. It's like he's reading Riley's mind on where he's gonna go.
Yeah. Could be reading his mind, or could just, one thing I've always said is reading the driver's body language as the 8 is in the wall. That was some heavy contact on the right side.
Well, luckily it doesn't seem to have slowed him down much.
No, but it could be now that could affect his tires.
It is very
being tight off the corner. Grant Applegate going down his inside. I think that's actually done some pretty heavy damage to Riley's car.
Oh yeah, he is definitely slowing down. So we have 10 laps to go. Definitely plenty of time for some battling. But we got the number 20 of Grant Applegate in second, right behind Patrick Hernandez. About half a second back, and he is picking up and trying to cut down that time. So with 9 laps to go in the race, we've got Patrick Hernandez in first, Grant Applegate in second, Riley Mobley in third. Looks like he's still keeping his speed up. Joe Tardif in fourth, Devin Johnson in fifth, Sean Harrell in sixth, Zach Bates in seventh, David Curitan in eighth, Daniel Pinkston in ninth, Eric Wolf in 10th. Sorry, I left you out, Grant. You want to catch the rest for me?
Sure. Josh Privett's in 11th. Dominic Privet is in 12th, the first car 1 lap down. Patrick Jenks is in 13th, also a lap down. And then Alexander Palma is in 14th, 4 laps down. Ethan Gregory, of course, has his car back in the garage area, probably in his hauler.
But all right, so we are almost down to the last 5. We've got 6 laps to go here at Iowa. Definitely a good bit of racing for these guys. Really interesting to watch. Always love getting with the Impact Racing League.
Looks like Grant Applegate, Patrick Hernandez. The gap is right now 0.4 seconds. They've been matching lap times the past 3 laps.
Yeah, literally 100th of a second difference on that last lap.
Yeah.
Reaching speeds of about 148, but they, being smart about it, they definitely slow down into those turns. But very similar speeds, similar lap times. These guys are doing an amazing job, but if Mr. Applegate doesn't pick it up a little bit, will he be able to pass Hernandez if they're literally matched, one-on-one for speed?
Yeah. Seeing him be sideways in turn 2 there. Trying to use the momentum and draft on the front stretch. Just matching lap times pretty much.
We still got Riley Mobley in the third position, and Joe Tardif in 4th. Now, I don't think these guys are going to be able to catch up.
As there's a yellow.
Dang, 7th caution of the evening. With 3 laps to go, the yellow flag is brought to you by the Ocala Design Group. I wonder how that affected people's strategy.
Oh! It was a heavy wreck.
All right, so what we're going to do is go side by side under caution.
As I'm hearing some words of discouragement from the 4.
What happened?
It seems like the 22 and the 47. The 22 got loose out of turn 2 and hooks the 47 at David Curelton into the outside wall.
Ooh. Yeah, that is a spin cycle if I've ever seen one.
And I believe he will, slide up and hit the outside wall again, losing his front bumper. Possible damage to the radiator at this point. This is our first of 3 green-white checkers as we have strategy playing out. The top 3 did not come down to pit.
Well, no, Patrick Hernandez was in first. He actually did go down to pit.
Yeah, the top 3 right now did not pit. Looks like it's Joe Tardif, Devin Johnson, David Curelton did not come down pit road. It's a surprise from David Curelton of not come down to at least inspect the damage. So now we're really going to see the difference in tires, I think, on this green-white checkered.
Looks like, thank God, it did. They did set it up correctly to where you get the green and white checkered flag. We've still got 3 laps to go once we go green. Now, do we? Are our lights still on, I wonder? Let me...
We'll see when it crosses the line here.
No, yeah, we got pace car lights still on.
Already seeing that looks like Joe Tardif has chosen the outside lane.
And if that's any indicator from Patrick Hernandez, that's a good lane to start on.
Yeah, it's really going to be unfortunate for the 20 of Grant Applegate being starting right behind the 47 with all that damage.
We still have our pace car lights are on. Hope it looks like he might be going another lap. He should be cutting them off right here at the start finish line.
Now here's where some other concerns could be. Fuel
It could be.
for the three that did not pit. I'm showing that they've been out for Joe Tardif's been out for 41 laps, Devin Johnson 45, and David Carrollton's been out for 39. So sure, this yellow is going to help them out, but
we
it
only
could
have
come down to a strategy.
Yeah, but we only have 3 laps to go. So if they were conserving throughout, which I don't know, because Joe Tardif was actually, gunning pretty hard.
Going to be something to watch. The pace car is going to be coming down now.
All right, looks like we are about to go green flag racing, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go. Checkups and spins.
Oh.
There was a heavy accordion effect that happened
Side by side.
involving the 9 and the 33.
So
They were coming to the green and had a heavy checkup. Looks like some of them were trying to go right at green or trying to anticipate it. And there was just an accordion on that inside lane, causing both the 9 and the 33 when getting on the gas to just spin their rear tires.
Yeah, and that's a just unfortunate circumstance of having a caution so close to the end of the race.
Yeah, for a green-white checkered, especially, because you only got 2 laps to get as high up on the positions as you can.
Exactly. So everybody's going to be gunning for it.
Now, again, how are some of these guys going to be on fuel?
Yeah, now that they didn't pit even now and we're under another caution, but at this point in the race, like, they can't afford to go down pit lane.
Yeah. To put it lightly, they've made their bed. But here's the difference. Patrick Hernandez is now going to be restarting in P2.
Oh, Lord. So he's definitely going to give Joe a run for his money.
Yep. It does look like David Carrollton has brought his car to pit road to assess that damage. Probably realized on that start that he didn't have the power and grip that he would need to stay up there. So that's just leaving Joe Tardif and Devin Johnson on those older tires.
Definitely worth seeing what they can pull off. But, you know, like I said, Patrick Hernandez is a fast car. But Devin and Joe have actually done a really good job this evening in the race.
Yes. If things were to stay how they are right now, Joe Tardif actually would be our biggest mover, moving up 10 spots from where he started. And I'm overhearing word that the 9 of Josh Privet has brought his car to the garage. That last damage might have been, he might not have been able to repair it with a fast repair.
Well, they only had 2 left, or they only had 2 for the race. So he might not have had any left.
Now, the interesting thing is that Patrick Jenks is actually now on the lead lap. So we could see him gain a few spots, depending on what happens.
I wonder, was he the first one on a lap down?
Yes, he was.
So then he could have got the lucky dog spot.
Being back on the lead lap as the pace car lights are out.
Oh yeah, we're getting ready to go back green flag racing.
There are many times when, even on the final green-white checkered, or any green-white checkered, being on that lead lap could mean the world. Joe Tardif has chosen the outside lane again, but Patrick Hernandez is on fresher rubber on his inside. Have to see how this goes.
All right, pace car is off. We are back green flag racing, everybody.
Joe Tardif got a good jump on that start, but here comes Patrick Hernandez on the inside.
Oh no, Patrick Hernandez has got the rocket. It looks like he is trying to overtake him for that first position. Will he be able to do it? He did.
Is he going to be clear? He is. Contact in between the 20 and 51. The 20 goes to the grass. Contact in between the 88 and 4. Bringing Riley Mobley in the 8 to the lead.
Oh.
Joe Tardif loose out of turn 2.
Riley Mobley is currently leading. We have a winner for
and
the
is coming to the checkered.
We have a winner.
Holy cow.
Never know what is going to happen, dude. I love it.
Your top 3. Riley Mobley in the 8. Patrick Hernandez in the 4. Joe Tardif in the 88. Eric Wolf in the 51 got 4th. Dominic Previtt in 5th. Devin Johnson in 6th. Zach Bates in 7th. Sean Harrell in 8th. Patrick Jenks in 9th. Gaining 2 spots, being on that lead lap. David Carrollton finishes out your top 10. Grant Applegate, unfortunately, finishes in 11th.
Alexander Palma in 12th. Josh Privet in 13th. Daniel Pinkston in 14th. And Ethan Gregory in 15th. Bringing everybody up to our waiting room. And who am I missing? Riley Mobley, is he in here? I am not seeing Riley Mobley in the chat.
I am not seeing him either.
Riley, if you can hear us, come on in. We're gonna interview your first and second runner-up. So first, we're gonna bring in Mr. Joe Tardif. He is third place. Joe, this is Mark and Grant in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
That was intense on those last 3 laps, sir.
Talk us through what was even the strategy on that restart.
Oh man, my only way was I had to lean a little bit on the 40 of the 4 car, and hope that either he washed up a little bit and I could gather the momentum, and the 8 didn't clear me. But once the 8 cleared, I was done.
Well, that was definitely impressive. Like I said, that was intense on that last restart. You had it, and then it just, that was crazy. That's all I got.
Yeah, I needed more of a buffer on that restart. If I would have had, say, 5 or 6 stayed out, but he was on the outside of the second row, and that was too much. That was not enough of a buffer for a 2-lap shootout. So did all I could, ran the high line. I kind of ran into the bump. We kind of met in the corner, and then, Riley snuck by.
Well, I mean, that was still an impressive race, and you've been gone for a couple weeks, but you're back for this race, and you pulled in third. So that impressive, very impressive.
Thank you, sir. Felt good to be back.
Oh, well, good. And being on the podium, you got all the shout outs you want.
Shout out to Exotic Mobile Marketing, the Ocala Design Group, JDJ Motorsports with Josh, Dom, Brandon. We've been racing together for a while. Gladys League, we're race 6. We haven't really lost a driver since Daytona, so let's keep up the momentum to next week.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to seeing you guys next week, and we'll let you go and celebrate, bro.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right, so we've got Riley Mobley, so we're going to bring in Patrick first because he was second position.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
I'll let you do it. Patrick, this is Mark and Grant in the booth. You got a copy.
Loud and clear.
Sorry about that a little bit. We both clicked on the same button.
Yeah, guys.
So talk us through what happened on that restart.
Everything happened 2 yellows before when I had the race. I had the checker flag on the tip of my fingers, and the yellow came out right before I crossed the finish line. That was the determinant point in this mess of a finish. So I had a chance, and I got moved out of the way. So I don't know. I think I passed the 88 clean. I don't know. I have to check the replay, but I'm not happy with the finish or the way I was passed. But it is what it is.
Yeah, he was on older tires, so he was probably just giving it everything he could to stay up there.
Yeah, I can understand that, but I don't know. From my mirror, I think he just sent it. He overdrove the turn, and I was right there, and there was nothing else I could do. So, anyway, I'm still happy with the second, third spot. I forgot.
No, you're second tonight, buddy. So you were right there. You were there. Riley just snuck in when you guys had that shootout, and he took that first position.
So I'm happy with the second spot. I gained some valuable stage points. So let's move on to the next one.
All right. Well, we look forward to seeing you next week. Now, being second, you get all the shout outs you want to give tonight.
Oh, yeah. I want to give a shout out to all my sponsors on my car. I want to give a shout out to Riley. He was at the right place at the right time. Shout out to him for a nice win. And all the admins and all the guys that make this league possible.
All right. Well, you have a good night, Patrick, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
See you guys.
All right. Let's bring in Mr. Riley Mobley.
I've got it.
Well, I'm going to bring in his spotter, too.
All right.
All right, Riley, this is Mark and Grant in the booth.
Yep, gotcha.
And we brought Pat in, too.
You guys
Hello.
really what I was going to ask for. Thank you, guys.
So, man, that was an intense finish. What was going through your mind?
So, on that restart, I knew that I was going to have an advantage starting behind the 88 because I could time the launch. I didn't get beside the 4 like I wanted to, but I let those two battle. I saw the 88 cross over the 4 on the front straightaway, and at that point, I was just like, I'm going low. If they wreck each other, I'm going to win this race. And that's exactly what happened.
Well, there you go, man. Well, congratulations on your win tonight. That was some good driving, man. We were always watching you, throughout the race, and you were doing good the whole time.
I led one lap.
Well,
And it
one
was
whole
the
lap.
most
It's not-
important one.
Yeah,
Like-
it doesn't matter how many laps you lead. I mean, I know that, point related, but, and I can say this because we have a Fast and the Furious themed car out there. Winning is winning. It doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning is winning.
Yep, for sure.
But no, man. So first position, dude, that comes with all the shout outs you want. And dude, that still was impressive, bro.
Thank you. I'd like to give a shout out to 83 Racing. They're on the car again this week. They'll probably be on the car for most of the rest of the season. I'd like to thank Pat Spotter. He called out them wrecking. That was great.
Kept them safe all day, and a couple savvy calls here and there that were necessary. I knew we had the long strategy. Paid off.
Yeah. Also like to give a shout out to the 88. Thank you.
Yeah, big ups, 88. I know you wanted them all day. You got them. That helped us out in the process.
Yeah,
and it helped
appreciate
us
it, buddy.
But appreciate you there.
All right. Thank you
Well-
guys for having us.
Of course.
Well, all right, guys.
Thank you so much.
You two have a good rest of your night. Enjoy celebrating.
I will be.
Trust me, we will.
All right, Grant. So, let's see. Do you want to bring anyone else up from the race?
The only person I would like to bring in is Grant Applegate, but I believe those guys are probably going to be talking about the end of the race there.
Okay, yeah,
'Cause
they
they're
are
all in
general
a
chat.
general chat together.
So what we'll do is we'll let them deal with that. And we've already called out all of your things, but I just want to say thank you to the Impact Racing League for having Southern Broadcast Gaming Network, myself and Grant, up here broadcasting your races. It is a lot of fun, and you guys are awesome. You guys could definitely get some good racing in. So I want to say thank you guys for having us in. And again, one last time, Impact Racing has been brought to us by Exotic Mobile Marketing, the Ocala Design Group, and Keystone Corner. And they're all three very proud sponsors of this league, and it's very well placed in my mind. So I want to thank everybody in the chat, everybody in the stream watching us. And I just want to say good night to everybody. Grant, do you have anything else?
I hope everyone has a good rest of their night. The only thing I'm waiting for is the next race,
All right. Well,
which will be at Dover.
Oh, well, we will see everybody at Dover next week. Definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, the concrete mile.
I love Dover.
We'll see how well they can do.
But all right, guys. So everyone have a great rest of your week. Have a great night, and God bless.